Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. On today's tutorial, I will teach you how to draft the patterns for a slanted double wet pocket with flap for a lady's jacket. Hi, my name is Ayo and welcome to 011 Clothing Tutorials. On this channel, I upload DIYs, pattern drafting and sewing tutorials. If you haven't subscribed yet, kindly do so and do not forget to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. So now let's get right into the tutorial. Thank you. This is the basic jacket block, which I have already altered into the 3-panel jacket block. The link to the tutorials on how this jacket block was drafted will be above and in the description box below. I will draw out the shape of the welt pocket on the pocket line of the jacket block. I will draw out the shape of the welt 0.5 centimeter from both sides of the pocket line. These two lines must be parallel to the pocket line and they are the stitching lines. This middle line is the pocket line and it is the cut line. This lower stitching line is 0.5 centimeter from the cut line. Likewise, this upper stitching line is 0.5 centimeter from the cut line. The double wet pocket with flap is made up of 4 pattern pieces. First pattern piece is for the welt or the jet. The second pattern is for the pocket bag. The third pattern is for the pocket bearer. The fourth pattern is for the pocket flap. I will start with the jet or the welt of the pocket. I will draw the starting margins 1 inch from the top edge of the pattern paper like this, and about 2 inches from the left edge of the pattern paper like this. I will measure and mark 6 inches for the width of the pocket mouth opening like this on the upper starting line. Next, I will measure and mark 1 inch from both sides of the 6-inch width. I will draw down the points like this with vertical lines. I will measure and mark 3 inches downwards like this from the upper line for the length of the welt pattern. I will draw a horizontal line across. I will cut it out. This is the welt or the jet pattern. I will fold it into 2 like this. I will mark out the ½ inch seam allowance from the open ends of the wet pattern like this. The width of the stitching line on the welt is 0.5 centimeter. I will measure and mark this 0.5 centimeter from the folded edge of the welt pattern. This is the stitching line on the welt pocket pattern. I will check that the short ends of the welt are even and equal. I will fold the weight into 2 again like this. I will trim off the uneven ends. Next, I will move on to the pocket bag. This is the 3-panel jacket block. I will place this pattern paper under the pocket area like this. I will trace out the cut line like this with my tracing wheel. it is a slanted line. I will set aside the jacket block. I will draw out what I traced out. This is the cut line. I will measure and mark 6 inches for the width of the pocket mouth opening. I will measure and mark 1 inch on both sides of the 6-inch marks. I will bring out the jacket block. This middle line is the cut line. I will measure the length from the cut line to the hem on both sides of the pocket line like this. The length will be different because the pocket line is slanted. At this end, the length is 7 inches. At this other end, the length is 7 inches and 3/4. First length is 7 inches and the second length is 7 inches and 3/4, which is the same thing as 7.75 inches. I will subtract 1.5 inches from these two values. This 1.5 inches is the hemming allowance that will be added to the hem of the final front pattern. 7 inches minus 1.5 inches is equal to 5.5 inches. 7.75 inches minus 1.5 inches is equal to 6.25 inches. On the pattern paper, I will draw down these 1-inch points vertically like this. I will measure and mark the first length, which is 5.5 inches, on this vertical line like this. Then I will measure and mark the second length, which is 6.25 inches, on this second vertical line. I will connect these 2 points together with my ruler like this. This line should be a little bit slanted. This side is 5.5 inches, while this other side is 6.5 inches long. This line is the fold line. I will draw out the shape of the waist pocket 0.5 centimeter away from both sides of the cut line like this. These are the stitching lines. This pattern piece is for the welt or the jet of the pocket. I will align the folded edge of the welt with the cut line. The 1-inch lines on the welt must match up with the 1-inch points on the pocket bag. I will pin the welt pocket pattern in place. I will mark the points where I drew out the 0.5-inch seam allowance line on the pocket bag like this. I will remove the welt pattern. I'll connect these 2 points together with my ruler like this. I will measure and mark 0.5 inch upwards from this line for the seam allowance. I'll connect the 2 points together with my ruler like this. This is the welt pocket pattern, which has already been folded into 2 equal halves. I will align this folded edge of the welt pocket with this cut line like this. The 1-inch lines on the welt pocket must match up with these 1-inch points on the pocket bag. I will pin the welt pocket pattern in place. I will trace out these 2 lines using my tracing wheel. I will fold the pocket bag along the fold line. And I will trace out these 2 lines using my tracing wheel like this. I will also trace out these 2 stitching lines and the middle cut line. I will remove the Welt pocket pattern. I will open up the pocket bag. I will draw out what I traced out. I will connect the sides. I will fold the pocket bag along the fold line like this. I will cut the sides. I will open up the pocket bag. This line will be the upper part of the pocket bag. I will cut it out on this line. The side edges of the pocket bag is slanted, so these straight lines at the lower part of the side edges will not work. I will draw out the new side lines by following the slanted cut at the sides of the pocket bag like this. I will finish cutting out the pocket bag. On the inner part of the pocket bag pattern, I will draw out the cut line and the stitching lines that I traced out earlier on. I will label this pattern piece as the pocket bag. So we already have the patterns for the welt and the pocket bag. Next, I will create the pattern for the pocket bearer. The bearer will be sewn inside the pocket bag. The pocket bearer should be about 2.5 inches below the cut line. So I will measure and mark 2.5 inches downwards like this from the cut line on both sides of the pocket bag. I will draw a horizontal line across like this. This whole area that I'm marking out with a pencil is the pocket bearer area. Using my tracing wheel, I will transfer it to another pattern paper like this. I will draw out what I traced out. I will label the pocket bearer. I will cut it out. Next, I will draft the final pocket pattern, which is the pocket flap. I have here the 3-panel jacket block. I will trace out this upper stitching line. I will place this small pattern paper underneath the pocket area like this. Using a tracing wheel, I will trace out the upper stitching line like this. I will set aside the jacket block. I will draw out what I traced out. I will measure and mark 6 inches for the width of the pocket mouth opening. I will reduce the width of the pocket flap by 0.3 cm at this end. This will make it easier for the pocket flap to slide into the pocket mouth opening after the welts have been sewn in place. This is completely optional. Its disadvantage is that it will make the pocket flap to be slightly smaller than the pocket mouth opening. This may be obvious and you may not like it, so you can skip this if you want. I will draw down the vertical lines from the two ends of the pocket flap. These two lines must be perfectly straight. I will measure and mark 2.5 inches on these vertical lines from the upper line for the length of the pocket flap. I will draw a horizontal line across. I will add half an inch seam allowance at the two sides and also at the lower edge. I will add 1 inch seam allowance at the upper edge. I will cut out the pocket flap. I will label the pocket flap. These are all the 4 pattern pieces needed to make a slanted double welt pocket with flap for a lady's jacket. This is the pattern for the welt or the get. I will fuse interfacing just to the middle section of the welt pieces. I will cut 2 pairs of these on the main fabric. As for the pocket bearer, I will not fuse interfacing to it at all. I will cut a pair of the pocket bearer on the main fabric. This is the pocket bag. There will be no fusing at all on the pocket bag. I will cut a pair of the pocket bag on the pocketing fabric. This is the pocket flap. I will block fuse the pair that will be cut on the main fabric. I will cut a pair on the lining fabric and a pair on the main fabric as well. It is the main fabric pieces that will be block fused. So that's it, guys. I am done with drafting all the 4 pattern pieces needed to make a slanted double welt pocket with flap for a lady's jacket. If you find this video helpful, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, share this video with your friends who are interested in sewing, and do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. See you in my next tutorial. Bye, and thank you so much for watching.